Hello children, welcome to Watch with Mother. This is our storybook. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Once upon a time, 2,000 years Jesus Christ, a little girl called Ukluk was born up the Northwest Passage. Her mother Igluk lived in Iglulik. They wore furry parkas and called themselves Inuits because it was easy to say with frozen lips. One day, Ukluk asked Igluk for a caribou bar. "Oh, love, you'll have to wait for me benefits to come through," said Iglulik, for being an Inuit was hard. So Igluk invented a knife from a caribou antler. She called it a woman's knife, and she thanked the caribou for all its organs: the gupuk, the ikuk, the igak, the utuk, the tutulik, the ticklick, the naragitchuk, and the gonads. And if you don't know what a gonad is, ask a parent, guardian or carer to draw you a picture. Now one day, Ulva, Igluk's next door neighbour, nipped over the fence and asked if she could borrow the woman's knife because she wanted to make some uksuk for her kuluk. "Ulu!" shouted Ulva through the letterbox, but there was no answer because Ugluk had gone to Iceland. "Ulu!" Ulva shouted again. "Ulu!" Her lips had frozen to the wall. And the name stuck. The knife became known as an ulu because it was easy to say with frozen lips. Nowadays we don't like people carrying knives, do we? I blame those pesky gangs who live in London town with their trousers hanging halfway down their arses. I wonder, which do you think is the naughtiest gang? Is it the Tottenham Mandem or the Brick Lane Massive? You choose. Now one day, a lot longer later, a clever little Chinese pharmacist mixed up a powder made of charcoal, saltpetre and sulphur to treat a soldier's psoriasis. And then the soldier did what all soldiers do. Whilst waiting for a war to start, he accidentally, on purpose, pushed some of his medicine down the barrel of his blunderbuss, just for fun. And before you could say silly, bang, he blew his foot off and gunpowder was born. Soon, travelling salesmen were flogging their powders up and down the Silk Road. They went to Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan and all the other places made by Stan, till everyone was making gunpowder, and it wasn't for the treatment of psoriasis. And if you don't know what psoriasis looks like, ask a parent, guardian or carer to draw you a picture. Soon, all 193 countries in the world, which was a lot of countries in those days, wanted guns. They wanted big guns, and all the warmongers cried in one gruff voice, "Stuff your muskets with your little balls. We want big guns." And a little old Italian shouted, "I use this to kill my enemies. Look at my longer cannone." And they looked, and they saw, and they coveted it. "Now," said the little Italian, "take a look at my bigger balls." And they looked, and they coveted them too. And soon everyone was after cannons and balls, who were a double act working in Oldham. And if you don't know what working looks like, ask a grandparent, guardian or carer to draw you a picture. Suddenly, there were wars everywhere. There were wars within wars. It was boom time. There were tea wars, diamond wars, oil, gas and star wars. It was a weapons wonderland. But I wonder, where did they keep all those guns? Well, I can tell you, they kept them up the Arsenal, which is on the Piccadilly line, just round the corner from Highbury and Islington. Or is it the Bakerlight? Who cares? Then a lot longer later, a man called Julian Oppenheimlich Maneuver, whilst on a bikini holiday, discovered an atomic bomb. Now, if you don't know why he was wearing a bikini, you know what you can do. This atomic bomb made a very loud kaboom and a humongous fungus. Was Mr. Oppenheimlich Maneuver being a genius or a smart-ass? Who knows? But the shotters had done their sums. Making bombs cost a bomb. Selling bombs made a bomb. Atomic bombs were a blast, but they blew away the customers. However, Johnny Bull sold to Tommy Taliban, Uncle Sam sold to Solly Israel, and Mother Rusky did a deal with Arsehole Basher. Johnny, Sammy, Solly and Arsehole laughed, ha ha, all the way to the bank. But squatting high up in the trees, watching all this, were the dreaded feral underclass who didn't think the world needed weapons at all. Were they right, children? That's a very good question that deserves an answer, and one that we'll read about next time. I'm thinking, would you like to make some money when you leave school? Well, you could always get on that bike you stole and pedal over to some exotic land and open up a branch of Bombs Are Us. Am I being facetious again? Or do I have a deep well of anger boiling just beneath the surface? You choose. Bye-bye, children everywhere.
Oh, sorry. I must have nodded off.
Pillock.